Hey, okay, all right. It's been a little while. Had some family visitors from up north. Had a good time with everyone. Great seeing everybody. But you know, you're happy when they go. You're not happy they're. I mean, you're happy they came. You're happy you spent time with them. But they're up at the in-laws now, in the wonderful world of lake life at the retirement community. So officially the youngest people there, I guess. We left off with two part 11s. So I guess just call this part 12. This is really going to be it. I'm done with this tank. No more. I'm going to do little things here and there. So like I've got some stowage bits. I've been lazy. Got a little backpack. I just primed it right now. A little grenade launcher, little break action, Vietnam from the Vietnam Verlinden stowage kits that are few and far between now on eBay since if you didn't know, Verlinden's been out of business for a while. So whatever new old stock is around, new old stock, NOS, whatever's around is what you get. Yeah, I gotta do a little more of those. I'm gonna do the little bazooka or whatever. Not bazooka. I don't know what the hell they call the thing. Laws? I don't know. Whatever. The little missile rocket launcher. This little fella right up here in the kit. So I just did the M16 for now. That little guy. She's looking pretty good. I might gotta do the hand thing. So I didn't learn my lesson. There you go. Do the little hand thing. Hello, little guy. So we got him pretty much done. We got a little box of rations, a little cardboard baby. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of dark splatter mud, some light splatter mud that I custom mixed. It's kind of ish in between, and then we got some rain marks. I figured out. I've been watching some more how-tos on two at once. Oh yeah, double fist in the paint jars. There we go. It involves a brush and an airbrush, and the airbrush is really just there to splatter the paint. So we're gonna give this a whirl. I still got a little bit too much, a little too much thinner, still soaked into this guy. So it's not an exact science, which is the perfect reason why we're using this technique. And we want to turn our pressure up, I think, pretty high. So we don't have any paint in here, just air. And we're going to start, I guess, with I want to do the light mud. The light mud, so I mixed this up. This is some brown splash mud plus a little buff and a little flat red and a little thinner. Kind of get a sort of half washed off clay, dried on clay residue, which should be consistent with the dirt in that Vietnam area. So we're gonna take a little squirt of that into our little Bob Ross palette here, and we're gonna liberally dip our brush. We might dab off a little, and we just got the brush there, and we're kind of just gonna, and we just let it splatter on naturally in an upwards area. And we got to keep reloading the brush. This gets. There's no real exact science to this. I watched. I think Andy did it on something, or what? Some other guy did it. I don't know. A bunch of people have used this technique, and if you get a lot on there, it's fine. That's the whole point. It's kind of an inconsistent splatter pattern that we're going for. And it really varies based on how close you get the brush to the airbrush head, how big the brush is, how soft or stiff the bristles are. And there's other ways to do this. I mean, there's the toothbrush with the flicking, but you know what? This keeps your fingers clean. This is nice. Who wants dirty brown fingers? I mean, because this is kind of a doo-doo brown we're making here. I don't know if any rap song fans, rap video thing, yeah, that's not appropriate content for anything like what we're doing. And we want to like get up there, and we're just gonna Just keep splattering her on there. And that's what we're doing. We're ruining our paint job. We are just ruining it. But that's the point of scale modeling sometimes, is to make a good, nasty, get some extra on the top here. And if you get some spots where it's just basically painted brown, fine, no problem. That's what we're going for. We want the mud to be splattered on. So some places it's heavy, some places it's light. And we need a little more of our custom mixed baby poo goo here. And, you know, I gotta go, I'm almost going off camera, but I'm gonna be in the front here. And we're gonna, you know, get it on the turn roll at the front of the tank. Is gonna get, you know, extra muddy. A little on the barrel is fine. We don't want to go too high in the tank with this mud. Because this is, you know, near ground, so, you know, the back of the tank definitely needs to be pretty nasty. It's looking pretty good. That's not looking too bad at all so far. The effects will be more pronounced when it's drier. So I'm going to go over the whole outside perimeter of the model here with this lighter brown goo. Then I'm going to come back with some of the darker brown goo, because this would be the fresher, wetter mud that's on the tank. And then after that, we're kind of going to bomb from above with the rain marks. I don't really want to get into the whole dragging all the rain marks. I don't like how it comes out on this green. They got to have some sort of like milder rain marks for dark green models at some point. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to get this layer of mud done everywhere. Then I'm going to come back here, and we're going to do the dark mud, and we'll take it from there, guys. Okay? So, you know, go grab a cold one, all right? And I'll be BRB with some results here. All right, boys. We just got started mudding down here in Georgia. Now this stuff has started to dry on. It's dry to the touch. It still has a little gloss to it. That's the point of the mud, is it's going to maintain a little bit of gloss. So I cut this with, like I said, some baking soda and then chicken in little baggies. No, I cut it with some buff and some red and some thinner, but it's still the mud, the brown splash mud, which was the base for this whole thing, still maintained its semi-glossedness. So that's good. I'm happy about that, because I am going to semi-gloss clear this entire thing over all this weathering and keep that quasi-authentic Vietnamese gooey finish on the whole tank. So now we're gonna do the same thing we did before. We need some fresh paper towels here. Daddy made a little mess last time. The workbench is a disaster. I just throwing down a Jeffrey Dahmer style drop cloth here to catch all the fallout, but kind of brush soaking in the acrylic thinner here to get our other mud off, but it's not so important. I mean, but my tub of like just wash the brushes in it goop. This is just, I just left some in the bottom of one of these and I just dip the brushes in there and shake them around, and for the most part, for what I'm doing with these things, you don't need perfectly clear, you know, virgin thinner to do all this. But yeah, we're gonna go now with the dark splash mud, straight up, guys. Ain't cutting this sucker. We're gonna dip her in there. Come on. Oh, we used a lot of this stuff. Okay, so same thing. We're gonna hold her up, and we're gonna start hitting it with unadulterated splash mud. And again, we did mostly the light stuff. The dark spot is the dark stuff. I'm just gonna, you know, kind of like a highlight, a low light, whatever. Just like a fresher. Just gonna get a little bit here and there. Don't need a ton of it. And then, as the other guy showed, you can, after you get sprayed on there, you could kind of still blow it around a little with the airbrush. Kind of spreads it out in a quasi-natural pattern that may actually happen in real life. But yeah, we're gonna get some. I'm gonna try to get this in some places maybe I didn't get the lighter version of it in a little bit more, a little bit of a contrast. And when it's unthinned and messed with or undiluted, whatever you want to say, there may be a couple of gnats in the photo. I just went out to the mailbox to get some more goodies from the interwebs that got delivered. I got a couple of M60 machine guns based on some forum conjecture and conversation going on. I took these out of the box. There's photo etch stuff in here. These look like they're going to be a complete bear to put together. But if it's Verlinden and you at all have any desire to get it, buy it now, guys. I'm not trying to be an ad for anybody, but Dragon Hobbies on eBay are really great people to deal with. Again, I'm not sponsored. I'm not doing this for any kickbacks or whatever or any of that goop. I just like dealing with them. I bought and purchased a bunch of their eBay items, and they're not always the cheapest on the block for stuff. But I got one of my Vietnam stowage sets was missing literally one piece of the M16. I think it was the barrel tip was missing. And those guys just sent me a whole nother thing. And these were selling for $40. And they sent me just a second one, like, just here you go, don't worry about it. And I got a Rubbermaid cooler from Tactical, whatever they're called. They make the tactical stuff, Special Ops models. And it came with the wrong cooler handles. And the owner of Dragon Hobby emailed, I'm assuming, the owner of the oh god, why do I keep forgetting the name? The tactical, the Special Ops models, and he said, "Hey, my customer," and I was detailed. I said, "Oh, I got the handles from the Igloo cooler, but they came with the Rubbermaid cooler, and the Rubbermaid cooler was supposed to have different shaped handles." It was pretty obvious when I started putting it together. I was like, "This isn't quite kosher." He emailed the owner of that company and copied me and said, "Send this guy the right handles, please. Thank you." And you know, that guy said, check your stock, and if any of them are wrong, you know, we'll take care of it. So everybody really, I like Special Ops models. They seem like great guys so far. And definitely Dragon Hobbies on eBay are really, they're good guys. Good guys to deal with. So if like 3 people have what you're looking for and Dragon Hobbies has it, and it's like $1 more, if you have a problem, these guys are super, super on the ball. Nothing wrong with that customer service these days, you know? It's a dying art form, apparently. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is looking good. We got the 2 different colors of mud. Guys, if you were here right now, first of all, no, you can't have any of my beer. Yes, you could. I'm a very generous guy with my beer. I'm going to go a little higher on this, since this is darker. But yeah, this is nice. I'll tell you one thing. If I'm doing a lot of tanks like this with the splash mud, I need to buy a lot more of the splash mud. And this stuff is not cheap. $6 a jar at Hobbytown, USA. I'm sure you could find it a few nickels cheaper here and there. But yeah, I mean, this is some nice looking stuff. This is coming out really good. So I'm not going to bore you doing the whole tank with the splash mud. I'm going to come back after I finish the whole tank, and this layer of the darker brown splash mud is dried. And I'll try to get you a close-up. My lighting really stinks in here. I got to get some of those big, fancy, you know, white plastic or cotton, nylon, whatever light boxes, and kind of prop them up all around me in different directions. And, you know, I'm spending enough on the tanks and the paint. You know, I mean, the GoPro I had for free, that was a gift. The tripod, it's a mini-me. The tripod I had from my hobby photography days. But yeah, I'd love to up the production value, fellas. But I do this for fun, not for a living. I got into computers as a hobby when I was much younger, and now I do computer stuff for a living. And other than uploading these videos and like checking on my emails and maybe replying to some comments and, you know, posting some links to the forums and whatnot, I really barely touch my computer when I'm home. I mean, at this point, I'm doing so much uploading to YouTube, I don't even want to watch anybody else's YouTube for the most part. I'm just like, okay, enough YouTube. That's it. I'm sworn off. So we got a little on the searchlight here. That's great. Yeah, little accidents happen. That's life. That's life in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. That's how it goes. There's mud spattered all along the watchtower. A little Jimi Hendrix reference. Yeah, okay. I'm not very good at this. So yeah, I'm gonna finish spattering here, and then we're gonna come down from above with the rain. And at that point, once she's dried up there, she's done. I'm done with her. I'm probably going to remove the gunner. I mean, I know he's getting rained on, but I don't know if he needs... You know what? I'll let him get some rain marks. He needs a little weathering. He's a little plain Jane. I have to stroke my antenna with some paint of some form, most likely to get it looking a little less new and shiny. But yeah, so we're going to do that, and we will be back after this message from our sponsors. Just kidding. BRB. Oh boy. Alright, getting clean is work, but getting dirty apparently is much easier. So we're here with both our dark and light mud, and it's dried to a glossy consistency, consistent with kind of sort of splashed on mud. She's looking pretty good. Again, it's not a science. It's an art. It's not an art. It's a science. No, it's sort of chaos theory. So now we're going to do some rain marks. This is a little more delicate. This stuff is pretty watery and has a little bit of a powdery thing going on. So I'm gonna do a test. We're going to do this from much further away, such as rain comes from the sky. We want them kind of... You might need to get a little closer. I might need to load this brush up a little more. I was being a little conservative there with the rain. There we go. There we go. It's just a fine... This might not be the best brush. This brush is a little soft. I got something... You know what? I got something bigger and meatier. Oh, look at that sucker. That's got some girth to it. That's what she said. This won't even fit in my my little paint bucket here. I'm gonna just pour some in. There we go. And let's get... My stupid phone keeps falling over. That's how I review that I'm not a complete screw up. Okay, so let's... Oh yeah, she holds a lot of paint. So let's... Oh yeah, perfect. Yep. And these rain marks, this is like... It's been rained on while it was dirty. So that's kind of the point of this. This is much better. If I was using this brush from the beginning with the mud, this video would be over. Oh, my jerry can is covered. It's okay. It's alright. Maybe the jerry can's been there longer. And, why is my phone ringing? I'm sorry. I'm declining the call from my wife. It's on the video. I did it. I'm right in the middle of a very delicate operation here. Let's wash off our jerry can a little bit. There we go. Oh, she's a little overweathered. If we want to go back, we could always go back with a little OD. OD green, that is. Olive drab, let's just say. Olive drab. And put her back. See, so you got to be a little... We're going to get him, a little driver. We're messing up your vest, I'm sorry. This was a messy, messy place. I mean, no theater of combat is ever perfectly clean. This isn't like it's the, the light bike arena in Tron, which was, a digitally created area. But, yeah, it's not that hard to do. We need more rain marks. Wow, these Vallejo people, they know how to make money. Little jar, $6-7. You're just carpet bombing stuff with it. It goes quick. are everywhere here. And I mean, there we go. You turn the brush every now and then, get a little fresh rain marks. God forbid the photo etch ever comes for this thing in the form of getting it as a spare part from the static model kit. Oh yeah, side of the tank. That looks, what? Camera off. Nope. And we're still recording. This damn GoPro app. I don't know. Is it my phone? Is it the app? Is it just... I'm cursed to be complaining about stuff. You gotta always have a complaint, Mr. Schwartz. Yep. Yeah, you do. Okay. We've rain marked the heck out of this sucker. We can hit a few along the sides, maybe. Give it a little something on the sides. There we go. And we've missed some areas in the front. Of course, she's off camera. Production qualities soaring here at Schwartz Film Production Studios. Yeah, so we're gonna get a little more of an angle here. We get a little messy. There we go. This is probably one of the nastiest, like, weathered up tanks I've ever done. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna clean up my horrendous mess here, and we'll have our final moments with the tank once she's all, you know, calmed down and stuff. How do I don't even know how to stop the video without, let me see here. Does that do it? Swipe down. What do you mean swipe down? I'm swiping down, GoPro. Oh my lord. It won't stop. It won't stop. How do I stop it? Alright. Okay, fellas. We've got our rain effects splashed on there. She's looking pretty good. She's still got a little time to dry. Sorry about whacking the camera with the antenna. But she looks good and dirty. She looks good and nasty. Now what I want to do is a little slimy grime. Light slimy grime. I experimented with this, and my GoPro app just crapped itself again. At least I know where the record button on the actual camera is now. That's a nice thing to know. The slimy grime, I kind of want to just kind of puddle it into little crevasses. I want to get it in little places where moss may naturally want to collect on the tank. I'm not going crazy. I'm not. It's not like this is Panaline accent. Just wherever it may naturally, you know, puddle up in a couple spots. Because I mean, this thing's in the jungle. You know, there's like some areas here where you know it's just gonna capture just oodles of goop very easily, and you're gonna want that. I don't know. You might not want it. You don't have to go this far. Again, this is pretty extreme. I'm like, what the hell? You know, we're doing a YouTube video. Let's just try everything on this sucker. Throw the kitchen sink at it. Yeah. I mean, like, behind the periscopes. No one's cleaning behind the periscopes. That's like flossing regularly. You're not cleaning behind your periscopes. Oh, you know, the Army dentist at the base. So make sure you clean behind your periscopes, guys. You don't want perioscopodontitis or something. So, I mean, sound. Little nails on chalkboard action going on there. Like a little... Are we off camera? Are we off? Yeah, no, we're still on camera. You know, since my phone crapped out, I don't know where I am, but that's fine with me. We'll make do with me just bumbling my way through things. This is almost like a form of panel liner. I mean, it's for extra deep crevasses. You know, little spots where it's all gonna just puddle up. Oh, squeaky neaky. So squeaky. Yeah, right there. We want to load her up. I like these two little pockets right here. Right in the giblets. That's where we're going to throw this stuff. There's some gravy for you. There's some gravy for your turkey. Right in there. This stuff dries pretty nicely. And you know, we're gonna throw a little of that in there. There we go. Just random. I don't know. It doesn't need to be everywhere. It's just a highlight, like maybe a seldom used access panel handle or something. I'm not going to use it to highlight the gaps between the upper and lower hull there. That's just kind of just asking for some ridicule. Just randomly here and there. That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to put actual moss on this thing. You could. You guys want to get flocking. You could certainly do that. I mean, I'm just kind of like, just allow it to pool a little heresy theresies. There we go. And a little dab right there. So I'm not gonna go completely nuts with it, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think that's enough. I mean, there we go, and there we go, and maybe a little. Oh, you can go crazy. You can just go crazy. You can go ape nuts with it. That's it. That's all I'm doing. So that's it. You know, I drove this thing very little, and the transmission's broken beautifully, and she's nice and smooth. So we really watching paint dry again, guys. Basically, I tried to clean off my workbench as best I could. This stupid GoPro app. I'm gonna like reboot my entire phone. I sprayed this garbage everywhere. You probably want to set up something to catch all the spritz. Oh hey, are we back? Hey, the phone just came back to life, sort of. I don't know what it is. I mean, this is like a Wi-Fi or a Bluetooth link between the phone and the camera. I don't know. So that's that. I mean, this thing is so nasty right now. Like, she's pretty gooped up. Short of a static diorama level of goop, this is about as gooped up as I would ever make anything I would even consider driving. We can prop her up a little, so you can see it a little bit better. But yeah, that's pretty gooped up, guys. I'm happy. I like it. Again, I'm not a professional modeler by any stretch of the imagination. Even Andy's like, this is mediocre, you know, whatever. He will run circles around me any day of the week. That being said, we have some fun stuff coming up. You guys have seen my unboxing video for my, what is going on with this GoPro? Leave me alone. Camera shaking. Sorry, I'm touching the touchscreen, guys, yeah, it's still recording. Either way, I did the 2A6 unboxing, with all its little bonus upgrade option parts. That's going to be our next build, I guess. And then after that, we ended up with a deal. And it was a pretty interesting way these things happened. I was looking at this thing on online, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I already have a German World War II tank, but you know, I like this one. I don't know what I like about it. It's different. It's not a normal tank. And then on the forums, the famous Daryl Turner. If anybody knows who he is, if you're into the RC tank stuff at all, hardcore, or even just a spectator, everybody knows the famous Daryl Turner and his famous special upgrade abilities. And he is with EatoArmor.com. Free advertising. I mean, listen, I didn't even get a t-shirt. I'd love a set of stickers, anything. But either way, Daryl Turner came out of hibernation or retirement or something to make another run of an upgrade for this tank that shall still be unnamed, and I bought that upgrade lickety-split. So now I have the tank and I have the upgrade. And there's not many, well, there are, of course, there's tons of upgrades if you want to go crazy. But yeah, I'm going to do an unboxing video on that sucker. Probably not tonight, because, oh boy, guys, I'm spent. I'm going to hit this thing with some clear, and let her, oh, I can't hit her with the clear until all my slime dries. I'm going to let the slime dry, and then at some point I'll hit it with clear. But that's it. That's it. I may do, like, I don't know, an operational driving around video or something, but she's done. Okay, part 12. Seriously, part 12, other than driving it around again or something, that's it. That's all she wrote. We're all done. So, oh yeah, that slimy grime is just pooling beautifully right here, and it's gonna look great when it's dry, I think. And I just got rain marks just everywhere. She's just good and nasty. The rusty tailpipe came out pretty good. Is that some sort of move? I don't know, rusty tailpipe. I left my trombone at band class. So, there we go. Here's the end of part 12 of the M551 Sheridan build. And that is that. Either way, I've got more coming. I got only so much time in the day. Oh my god, my workbench is like, I need to hit this. Luckily it's stainless steel. I could just, if I needed to, I could hit it with steel wool or something, or a DA. I don't know. I got more stuff coming. You know, time is fleeting. Fleeting. How much time did I already burn tonight? I don't know. A couple hours easy. So she's good. Her little rations. There you go. Let's just lay you on there. And here's your little M16 if you need it. You're not dirty enough. I will dirty up this M16 a little bit. You know, they just have stuff laying on the tanks all over. I mean, from Vietnam to the Gulf. I mean, World War II, those tanks, it looked like a bunch of traveling hobos going somewhere. It's like gypsies riding around on those tanks. It's so much junk strapped to them. But yeah, that's that. All right, fellas. This is officially Ian signing off.